Good day, everyone. Good day, classmates. My name is Sprevela Mosmos from BEd 2. For today, our topic is creating inclusive cultures. Before we get to go or we get to know what is about inclusive cultures, here are some of my objectives. So in here objectives, we may encounter some ways of strategies, teaching with difficulties and disabilities. So the learners may improve or will improve their learning in such learning materials and realizes their opportunities. It will also include an improvement in interacting with other culture. So before we get to go to the word inclusive culture, we must know what is inclusive. So being specific, the word inclusive is something to include. And the culture thing is that the culture is mostly common. It is something a group of people do something the way they do that bases on their beliefs, values, and attitudes. So overall, what is an inclusive culture? For this definition, I put in a summarize, it promotes or acceptance of different culture in a school. Our main point in here or topic or our target is the school. So acceptance of different cultures in a particular school. So how can we create an inclusive cultures in schools? The school can support inclusive culture through the school-wide opportunities and activities it provides for its students. So, the teacher must do their work and manage this professionally. So, educators or staff holders should create some performing activities, create social event programs to create more interactions with other students that has different cultures. The teachers or educators must manage this and be responsible to handle it professionally. Ways to create an inclusive cultures inside and outside of a classroom. So one, create a welcoming classroom community. So each of a classroom schools, learners should really as an educator, you should know how to handle these students and make them feel home in their school. You should let them know how they are really valuable and show them why they should study and show what is the purpose then to learn so that they will be feel more deserved in school. And with this type of respect, you must start with respect first, and they will get to know the proper policies and etiquettes in such areas to improve their manners. Begin with strengths. So every student has differences, we all know about that. Others know have disabilities. So as a teacher must know how to handle it professionally. On how would they give description of each student to avoid discriminations and doubts of others. You must learn their strengths first, or strengths in the way of their learning. Just like the sample of intelligences, there are some students either he or she are have visual intelligence, yes, spatial intelligence, kinesthetic intelligences, or logical intelligences, or other ways of learning as long as they are compatible. And so it is important that before we begin with their strengths, we must build a relationship due to know their reactions first. No, we must know what they feel and or that would affect their beliefs and values in a certain topic. So we must get to know about them first. Next is encourage peer mentoring. In some cases, there are some teachers that are assigned with big class, a group of students. So that teacher either he or she will be busy So there are some learners that are much knowledgeable and very comprehensive than other learners. So we must do is that the fast learners are going to teach with the other learners that has quite slow, comprehensive, and not much more knowledgeable. So for this, with the interactions, this will build us understanding social relationships, and each of them get to know more about each other. So we all know that teachers are the main focus in here to create a peaceful and a respectful climate through schools. Teachers can create a culturally inclusive schools and classrooms. So to promote more inclusive classroom schools, staff holders or teachers are most likely are the one who starts with a better respectful climate. And for that, showing the respectful climate, this would make the learners inherit it. As long as they see and respect with teachers, they would respect them back, and they would learn from it. The teacher must mainly look out for their learners and always build relationship at first to get to know about them. And they must know and understand what are the problems of the students, understand what they are, what they move, and what they feel, and what they anything to do, and you'll always be there for them. Teacher collaboration is a must. So we all know teacher or an educator would do everything for its learners. So to make an inclusive school a better school environment, teachers and other staffs would help each other to maintain the unity of any other culture of students by showing a respectful traits of each individual, just like greeting them at first the first day and get to know about them on how with respect to them of each student. This would make our best or the teacher's best to make learners more comfortable, compatible, and learn together. Even if it's or each of us have different races, beliefs, and disabilities, it would make a better social citizen outcome for them in the future and also for us. That's it. It's all about creating inclusive cultures.